want to talk a little bit about Airmitts today. So this first one is the Rival Airmitt. When I got these mitts, absolutely loved them. There's like a pocket in the middle where if you can catch it right, it really does catch that punch well, especially for a heavy hitter. Two things though, they got to be able to aim, because if they don't catch that pocket, they catch that edge anywhere around the mitt, it's going to jam your wrist. Okay, now here's the other thing that I've noticed personally when it comes to Rival gear. Rival gear is actually some of my favorite gear when it's new. The problem with Rival gear that I found is, as far as wear and tear goes, it's not the best. So this mitt, you can see, is pretty beat up. This lasted me about a year of using it every day, probably 10 rounds a day for a year. And after that, it was pretty shot. You can see that now it's pretty smashed in. The wrist part is pretty flat. Up here is pretty flat. So that's one Airmitt. That's the Rival Airmitt. Again, this feels the best when you first get it. It's phenomenal. How long is it going to last? How much do you hold pads? That's something to take into account.